Now the Los Angeles Lakers are on the clock. First time since '07, the Celtics and Lakers have had first-round picks in the same draft. And this is the highest Laker pick. First time they've had a first-rounder higher than 10 since they took Worthy #1 in 1982. Here's Adam Silver.
With the 7th pick in the 2014 NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Julius Randle from the University of Kentucky.
Speaking of tough, as Marcus Smart was, so too is Julius Randle, a left-hander who led that talented young Kentucky team to the national championship game. Laker fans happy with it. Bill, I know you're high on Randle as well.
I really like Randle, and I don't like the Lakers, so I'm disappointed right now. But these last two picks are really good, and I think both of those guys are going to have a chip on their shoulders where they went in this draft.
And also, he reminds me a lot of Zach Randolph, the way he finds his way around the backboard. He's not going to necessarily jump over you. He has short arms, but again, when you look down at the stat sheet, he's scoring the ball, he's finishing around the hoop, he's double-figure rebounds, and the Lakers are going to need that balance with a returning Kobe Bryant. He's going to get you 25 a game.
You saw him hug John Calipari. Kentucky now has at least one lottery pick for the 5th straight year and their 8th lottery pick in the last 5 drafts.
Well, Julius Randle is a lefty, and he is an absolute monster on the glass. Just a double-double machine. He's the most physically imposing power forward in this draft. He is not a shooter. He is a driver. 85% of his shots come in the paint. And he likes to drive it left, and then he'll spin back to get to that right hand. But where his real value is an offensive rebounder. One of the best offensive rebounders in this draft, along with Jarnell Stokes out of Tennessee. Not a great defender, but he doesn't really block shots. We just showed him blocking a shot there, but that's not a forte of his. There you see him driving it and spinning. But he's not a guy that shoots jump shots. He shoots only 17% on his jump shots. The last jumper he made in competition was against Florida back in February. Didn't take any in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, but Jay, I don't think they wanted him to shoot jump shots. I like
because he can't make them.
Well, no, I kind of like his stroke, though. I feel like Calipari was telling him not to take them, but this is Jalen thinks he looks like Zebo.
Absolutely. He's not going to jump over you, but at the same time, he has a soft touch around the hoop.
How about a little Detroit's own Derek Coleman?
The Colonel, D.C., turning over both shoulders, putting in work. Can we get some jersey footage, though?
Jay, I'm going to bet you a steak dinner that Julius Randle will start making 18-footers next year.
No, I think he'll work on it because he needs to.
He rolled out of bed in Lexington and turned in a double-double for John Calipari, 24 of them in his freshman season. Most double-doubles by a freshman in Division I history. Only Michael Beasley of Kansas State had more with 28. Jay Williams with the former Wildcat.
Thanks, Reese. Julius, I asked you before, do you think you should have went higher in the draft?
Yeah, I mean, I think I should have went higher for sure. But, you know, the teams that pass on me will regret it. But I'm not worried about it. You know, I was offered some great advice before this. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And LA is a perfect spot for me. You know, I'm really happy to be going there.
Do you think teams passing you due to the concerns with your foot?
Maybe, maybe not, you know, but I'm not worried about it. You know, I get to go play in a great city, great franchise that expects nothing but championships, great market, great organizations.
And Kobe Bryant?
And Kobe Bryant, you know, my idol growing up. So I couldn't be more ecstatic to where I'm going.
Your mother is a single mom. She was also your first basketball coach. How influential has she been in your life?
Extremely influential. You know, it's always been us. She's made me feel like I had everything, and I didn't necessarily have everything growing up, but she didn't want me to feel less than any other kids. And, you know, to be in this situation now and to be able to take care of her is an amazing feeling.
Thanks, Julius. Congratulations.
I really like Randle. I think that because he played in college and went all the way to the NCAA finals, people got a chance to break down his game.
Picked him
apart. And the 24-hour media cycles game got picked apart. I think he's going to be a terrific prospect. He'll definitely be a candidate for Rookie of the Year.
And it just speaks to the quality of the draft. You know, he goes number 7. He could have gone a lot higher and would have gone number 1 last year.
Take us back to the workout with LA. Everybody said it went incredibly well. Did you feel a fit when you were there?
I did. You know, I kind of worked out there the night before the actual workout, and I was just up there and getting shots up. And it just kind of felt like, you know, kind of like when you're going on a college visit and you go to a place and it just feels right. It felt like home. That's what LA felt like to me. That's where I shot the ball best. It was my best workout, and it just felt like the right situation and place for me.
As you know, there were a lot of rumors thrown around during this process. Did you get the feeling from Mitch Kupchak and the Lakers organization that they believed in you, that your foot was healthy and you'd be ready to be an impact player this year?
I think so for sure. I mean, that's kind of what they reassured me, that they think that I can come in right away and contribute, and that's the feeling that I definitely got for them.
Have they let you know that they think you might need a procedure done?
We even when I was there, we didn't even get into an in-depth conversation about it. We didn't talk about it at all, honestly. But whether they do or they want me to have surgery or not, I'm not really worried about it.
I would say that Kobe Bryant's going to get a mini-me, but you're probably a little bigger than Kobe Bryant. How excited are you to learn from one of the all-time greats?
Yeah, I'm really excited, to be able to learn from a person like him who's had so much success, so talented, but has a work ethic and a personality to go along with it. I'm really excited to have that opportunity.
While it's the Lakers and all the championships and the history that come along with it, are you prepared for what looks like, at least right now, is a rebuilding process with the Lakers?
I'm definitely prepared for it. That's why they wanted me there, because they knew I can come in right away and be a player that can contribute and do things for their organization. So, it's a rebuilding process, but I don't think they'll have trouble getting players to LA at the same time.
And you'll play the role that Kobe and whoever the head coach is, whatever they tell you to do.
For sure. That's my job, to go in there and to win games and to bring championships to LA, because that's what they expect, and that's what I want to do. I couldn't be more blessed and fortunate to go to an organization like Los Angeles. To be able to learn from those guys. They've had so much history and so much success in the past, and to be able to go to an organization like that who's had amazing players in the past and learn from a guy like Kobe, I couldn't be more happy. This is truly a blessing for me.
Alex Kennedy, Basketball Insiders. Congrats, Julius.
Thank you.
You mentioned Kobe. What's it going to be like now, being able to learn from him and compete alongside of him?
I'm going to learn a lot. He may get tired of me, because I'm going to be bugging him, learning, trying to learn stuff from him. So I'm going to learn a lot from him. But I think it's more than him. He was blessed to be in an organization like the Lakers as well. Talent alone and his work ethic alone got him there. But, I think the Lakers was the right fit, the right organization for me to go to.
Julius, Steve Kyler, Basketball Insiders. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Kobe Bryant is known to kind of demand a lot from his teammates.
Yeah.
Are you ready for that kind of commitment? And what are you going to bring to the Lakers? They have a lot of empty spots.
I demand a lot from my teammates as well. Holding each other accountable, putting the extra work in was what I had to do at Kentucky. It was what I demanded of my teammates, and that's what we did, and that's why we were successful. So I think I bring a lot to the Lakers as far as a skill set, being able to shoot the ball, handle the ball, of course, my post game. But I think I bring a lot to LA for sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Julius, how are you? Nabate Al, SiriusXM NBA. Talk about talk more about your post game and how that can be an advantage with the lack of post play going on in the league right now.
I think it could be a huge advantage. A lot of the league is going to small ball, but the good thing about me, I'm interchangeable. I can play small ball because I can guard multiple positions, because I really can move. But, I think it's going to be an advantage for me to be able to, take a smaller guy inside, but also take a bigger guy on the outside.
Hey, Julius, Lloyd Carroll from the Queens Chronicle. And while it's certainly an honor to be drafted by any of these franchises, being in Los Angeles with the endorsements that brings, did that cross your mind? Was that something you thought about, something that your agent spoke about, even informally? It seems like you're natural for that market.
It may be a natural market. I'm not worried about endorsements, though. The Lakers, that's about championships, and that's what I want to bring. I'm nothing other than a winner. I think that's my biggest attribute, my biggest quality I can bring to a team, and that's what I'm about. The endorsements and all that stuff will come with it, but I'm not worried about it.
You don't toil in anonymity in Los Angeles.
Julius, it was sort of an eruption there with you and your family at the table. What was that moment like with your mom? I know a day you guys have been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, we were just so happy and ecstatic. All the hard work that's been put in, and for this to finally happen, what can I really say? I'm blessed to be in an organization like this. Really just speechless, honestly. She was just happy. She couldn't really say anything. She was just screaming. So.
Brett Polakop with NBCSports.com. There was a report that came out about your foot, and that it might have required surgery, and obviously turned out not to be true. You refuted it from the very start. How is it a balance, though? If you would have been drafted higher, you go to a worse team, but you draft lower and you end up with an organization like the Lakers. What's the balance there?
It's sort of a balance, I guess. I really wasn't worried about it. Wherever organization or team I went to, I would be blessed to go to. That's where God wanted me to be. But happily, it's in LA.
And then, are you fully healthy right now? Like, do you expect to be able to play in summer league for the Lakers?
I expect to, but different doctors have different opinions, so you really never know. But as far as the start of the season, that's what I'm worried about. I mean, I'll be there.
Julius, you're obviously working towards this since getting to Kentucky. How do you think your year there prepared you for this?
Prepared me a lot. You know, Kentucky's basketball is the only thing Kentucky knows. You know, we have horse racing and stuff, but they care about basketball. So when you have a place that sells out 24,000 a game, name another place that does that. So, I mean, in LA, what do they care about? They don't have a football team. I mean, they have hockey, the Kings or whatever, but LA, they just won a championship. So, but the Lakers, when you think of LA, you think of the Lakers, and you know, that is no disrespect to the hockey team. You just want a Stanley Cup. That's pretty ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous. The Stanley Cup is ridiculous, so congrats to them. But, I mean, the city of L.A., you got Magic, all those guys, Kobe, and that's what you think of. You think of the Lakers, and that's what I'm really excited to go to.